Greetings, Pastor Michael. Today is September 4th, and I have a reading from One Day at a Time in Al-Anon to share with you. The topic of the reading is all about the hopelessness that we may feel that we are all alone. And this happens often in life to some people, more so than others. And I know for practical experience it has happened to me. And we will see how Al-Anon tells us to deal with it here. And I have a few suggestions after the reading. Some of us, after long enduring misfortunes we did not know how to cope with, reached a breaking point. In our hopelessness, we even felt rejected by God, so we never thought of turning to Him for help. A wonderful thing about Al-Anon is that we are encouraged to view our faith in a power greater than ourselves. We may have thought we were beaten, but we had merely forgotten that God has given us the strength and the means to hold our heads up and live. We learn once more to identify ourselves with the divine principle that rules us all. Today's reminder goes on to say, the sure knowledge that God is always with me and expresses Himself through me will guide me in every difficulty. This is the source of confidence and strength that will help me to face life in an entirely new way. His help will make possible a wholesome detachment from the problems that do not belong to me. The quote for today's reading concludes today's reading. Let me add a spiritual dimension to my life, then I will never be alone in dealing with whatever troubles occur. You know, it's interesting that we focus on problematic places in our life and misfortune when we think about being alone. Because there are many times in our life where we might be alone and be happy or really excited that something is happening, but we feel as though we have no one to share that with. So what can we do in our times of sorrow or our times of joy when we are looking for someone to share that with? We can turn to our loved ones, but maybe they're not there with us. Maybe they can't be reached. Maybe they're far away and they're busy doing things going on in their own lives. Well, maybe we could turn to our sponsor, and our sponsor could engage us on a good day, but then we find out that today our sponsor is not available to us, and we look for accountability partners, and we go on down the line and we say, good golly, where has everyone gone? I feel like I'm alone, lost on a deserted island. And I certainly hope that if we ever do become lost on a deserted island, we are lost in paradise. So we can turn to the Bible and we can turn to God. Quite often they're one and the same. Isaiah was a prophet who lived in Old Testament times, and he pointed to everyone that they need to mend their ways and they need to improve their lives and their attitudes, because there was something coming, a special someone who is going to improve their life and make everything wonderful. Well, this special someone is Jesus Christ, who does make our life wonderful if we turn to Him. Isaiah tells us, fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, I will help you, I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Now, we see and hear in Old Testament God. Genesis, the chapter of the Bible, the book of the Bible, where we came into existence, says, behold, I am with you and I will keep you wherever you go, and I will bring you back to this land, for I will not leave you until I have done what I have promised you. We all know the story of Adam and Eve, and that's a sad story, and I'm sure that they had plenty of sorrow to share with one another after that happened. But even as they parted, God wanted them to know that He is still there for them. Hebrews, which of course lives in the law and not in the gospel, lives by rules in the law and not by salvation in the gospel, says, keep your life free from money and be content with what you have, for He has said, I will never leave you or forsake you. Hebrews building on the fact that money is the root of all evil. So the one thing that we all have to turn to, even in the Bible, where we have happy stories and we have sad stories, is we can close on John 3:16, which is, for God so loved the world that He gave His only Son, that whoever believes in Him should not perish, but have eternal life. We have so much to feel good about, even when we are with ourselves. And God tells us, whether we live in the law or whether we live in the gospel, that He will always be there for us. But most important to me, Jesus tells us that whenever two or more of us are together and we turn to Him, there He will be with us. And so I want everyone to know that if you are looking for someone to turn to and you cannot be here at our video session today, you can write a letter to us, Minister at Spirit of Peace, as short or as long as you like. Put Al-Anon in the subject line and write whatever it is that prompts you to want to communicate with us. We look forward to hearing from you. You are important to us. You matter to us. And we look forward to being able to turn your message to us around and reply to you, and hope that we are able to make your day a better day. It's at this time that we turn our thoughts and our minds to the subject, the topic of today, and that is addressing our higher power. And we can do this through prayer. Dear God, I'm praying for a wonderful day, but sometimes it doesn't turn out that way. But whether my day is happy or sad, joyful or miserable, I can always count on you to be there in order to hear my prayer. And by golly, if I listen carefully after my prayer has ended, I can see that you do something in my life before the day is closed to be able to let me know that you're still there. And that makes all the difference in the world to me, especially when I'm feeling lonely and by myself. It's very good visiting with you today, and I hope to be able to hear from you, as it always makes my day a better one. And I pray that you will experience some peace and joy and serenity as you go through your day today. May God bless you.